Excuse me. Oh my fucking mother. Let me get that. Let me get that. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just playing kidding. No. Thank you, though. Heh. I'm gonna break this fucking right. I'm back. I'm trying to get this Beats pill to connect to the laptop, but it is not working because it always has problems for some reason. Pissing me off over here. If you guys watch my stand-up, the last one I did, I thought it was going to be funny. It wasn't that funny to other people. I think it's funny, but I was talking about Bill Cosby, and I guess the way I said it wasn't that funny, but I don't know. Nobody laughed, but there was only like 5 people in the crowd, so, and everyone looked like they were just dead ass tired. So it is what it is. I don't give two fucks. Excuse my language. Please work with me, Beats Pill. Jesus Christ. Whatever. I'll just do this. Let's see here. Go here. We'll go to YouTube. Right? Topic of the night is music scene in the Bay Area, San Jose, California, 2018. Music scene in the Bay Area. I am a drummer in a band called Scala, right? And we all like different music. So the music that we create together sounds like a mixture of 4 different. Wait a minute, hold on. There's a lot of rap going on right now in San Ho. We got Lazy Boy, right? Lazy Boy. He's from San Ho. We got Demise right here. You know what I'm sizzling? Show you what's up with this. Yeah. Middle fingers up and hold them high to the sky. Time to wake up and take control of your life. So fuck the fuck up. It's what we tell them, stay true. Be authentic, be you. This the start of something new. It's a murderous controversy all in one song, like Rodney King say. Can we all just get along? Hell no! I'm on the verge of losing my shit, cause most of this life is counterfeit. And I just had about enough of all the middle fingers up and hold them high to the sky. It's time to wake up, cause tonight we gon' fight. And shut the fuck up, it's what we tell them, stay true. Be authentic, be you. This the start of something new. They call a career suicide for music, I'll die. I'm here for the genocide. Killing anyone who tries to step up. We call it the kill, you call it bad luck. Let me break it down though, get into every syllable. Cause I can mumble rap too, repeat myself, go no middle fingers up and hold them high to the sky. It's time to wake up, cause tonight we go right. And shut the fuck up, it's what we tell them, stay true. Be authentic, be you. This the start of something new. What? And get the fuck up out of the way. Y'all be living in 2019. I'm over here in 39.3 AD. Never can say me, rest my soul. Not gonna stop till I find the goal. You can learn from this, grow from this, expand your mind and consciousness. Or listen to what the man from out the off. I swear to God, never heard something soft. The most important song you're ever gonna hear in any genre. Rock, rap, heavy metal, country, EDM, R&B, and all other styles. I know it sounds wild, present moment in the now. Fuck the past, so scream it loud. This is the type of shit to remember. So now we're going to live for middle fingers up. Raise them high to the sky. Time to wake up and take control of your life. Shut the fuck up. That's what we tell them, stay true. Be authentic, be you. Be authentic, be you. Shut the fuck up. That is me. That is Demise. I made that song like not too long ago. Oh man. I'm on YouTube Live as well. Yeah, so look, a lyric video as well to go along with that one. So I don't think I can freaking play the shows with you guys, man, because we're gonna start playing shows as the Scala Boys again at the Caravan Lounge. We got a show over in Sonora, California, so we're gonna be heading there in October. Oh. I appreciate that. Yeah. Middle fingers up and hold them high. Thank you. Time to wake up and take control of your life. Shut the fuck up. It's what we tell them. Hey, as a matter of fact, Alan, this is you, right? I just got a message right now that Scala will be performing October 11th at the Caravan. I also am doing open mic stand up there every Wednesday. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been doing so I rent a room at the Practice Place. If you ever heard about that in San Jose, California, if you're a band and you there's a place that's infamous in San Jose called The Practice Place, and it is my room is $240, $240 a month, and the Practice Place is it's legit. It's 24-hour access. I'm also doing open mic stand up there every Wednesday. No, Rock Shop. It's at the Practice Place. I'll show you a picture of it. So right here, look it. Boom, baby. So this is it. Pictures. Welcome to the Practice Place. And yeah, these pictures suck. I'm sorry about that. But boom, there you go. $24-hour access. But as a I just farted. As a disclaimer, it is a very, very. No, don't leave. DM me again. My bad. I'm sorry. Look, I got a kid now. You already know what it is. I got the son, my girl, the band, the rapping, the comedy. Come on. That's like 5 different things, man. I'm like losing my brain. All right, Alan, take it easy. Have a good night. I'll be doing this shit for about an hour like a fucking moron. Fuck ese. Peace. Later. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You've been there since you've known me before I even fucking like started really get the ball rolling. So congrats to you, by the way. All right, so what am I talking about here? Music scene in the Bay Area. See, back in the day, in like the 50s, I think, and shit. Let's go here. Music in San Francisco, 1906. Let's see what that's all about. How about 1930s? So the Bay Area, San Francisco, all that stuff, there was a jazz movement, right? A jazz movement with a lot of the black players. They called it like the Harlem of the West Coast, the Fillmore. There's a lot of good bands from the Bay Area. You have Exodus, which is a thrash metal band. You have Smash Mouth, who's from San Jose, California. Smack Mouth. You have Smash Mouth. You have who else? There's a Primus. Primus sucks, by the way. Primus fucking sucks. They are from the Bay Area. There's a lot of rappers. There's a rapper called Lazy Boy. That's from San Ho. There's a bunch of other rappers from San Ho, like Killer Sharks, Me as well, right? Kung Fu Vampire, Blasphemous. So the music scene, as far as the rock, the most well known band from San Jose would have to be Smash Mouth, and behind that there was a band from Los Gatos called Trapped, which had a one hit wonder kind of, and there was also another band called oh man, what was their name? They're from San Jose, Los Gatos area too. Dredge, I think. So Dredge. What was the other one I just said? Trapped, right? So that was like Los Gatos. So I mean, I just really, really am sad right now about the fact that I live in a place which is not musician or music friendly. It is technology driven. Okay? Technology driven. It is not for, it's not for musicians. And it's very sad because, I'm not into working at technology companies as much as I am to make a living off what I find passionate and true to myself. Let's play this shit. So let me play this little EP for you guys. I'll be right back.
Made my mind up and I'll never be the same. This is my life, no, most of you can't have. Yeah, don't wanna fuck with you anyway. It's a do or die decision for this passion, obsession. Made my mind up, say may call it a blessing. Opinions mean nothing, haters gonna keep running as we pull a stunting, knowing that we came from nothing. I got my baby boy now, no turning back as I demonstrate the sound. Feel the passion in my voice, words cut deep, real shit, no choice. I deliver when I speak. When you come from the underground, hungry and anxious, don't wanna play around with the ones who don't relate to this. See it from my eyes, the image are surreal. Capture the moments as they all become ill. They all decay away, waiting for the next day. As I stray from the grave, that my life became the bay. Never keep focus on the past, cause it's gone. You wanna move on like the hook of the song go. Made my mind up and I'll never be the same. Nah, this is my life, no, most of you can't hang. Nah, what? Don't wanna fuck with you anyway, no. Made my mind up and I'll never be the same. Nah, this is my life, no, most of you can't hang. Don't wanna fuck with you anyway, nah. Used to drink every day, smoke my cigarettes, until the time came that I found out it was useless. Never going back, that's the old me. Rick, one and I, playing heavy in the streets. Born with parents that were young in the youth. I learned from mistakes, seeking out the whole truth. Listen to yourself, fuck anyone's opinions. Got one life and you're one in a million. Time is gonna pass, before you know it, you're dead. So what's the legacy you got trapped up in your head? Understand purpose, passion and work go together with life, and I know that it hurts. We all gonna come up, the world needs you. So stop acting up and start being true. Demise tells no lies, read between the lines. Heads up to the skies as the underground will rise. Made my mind up and I'll never be the same. Nah, this is my life, no, most of you can't hang. Nah. Don't wanna fuck with you anyway. Made my mind up and I'll never be the same. Nah, this is my life, no, most of you can't hang. Nah, don't wanna fuck with you anyway. Nah, don't wanna fuck with you anyway. Nah, what? Don't wanna fuck with you anyway.
took a poop. Woo! My bad.
Imagine, if you will, being on your deathbed and standing around your bed. The ghost of the ideas, the dreams, the abilities, the talents given to you by life, and that you, for whatever reason, you never acted on those ideas. You never pursued that dream. You never used those talents. We never saw your leadership. You never used your voice. You never wrote that book. And there they are standing around your bed, looking at you with large, angry eyes, saying, we came to you, and only you could have given us life. Now, we must die with you forever. And it's like, I'm letting my goals and my dreams slip away. Got so many ideas.
Hello. Little But One Essentials joined. Thank you for joining. There's a little song going on right here, a little coffee action. Come on, come back. Don't leave me hanging.
Letting my goals and my dreams slip away. Letting my goals and my dreams slip away. Slip away, slip away. Letting my goals and my dreams slip up. And it seems as if no matter how hard I try, I always fight with myself, putting stress upon my health. Crazy times have been tell, sad memories haven't failed. So I escape through the bottle, hoping to relieve the worries of what will come tomorrow. No sorrow, I won't regret. Never repent for the sins, cause it all happens again. And I do this to myself, nobody else. Tell me, can you feel it? Hiding nothing back. When I come, I reveal. And it's like, I'm letting my goals and my dreams slip away. Got so many ideas.
So there's always been a nice, good music scene in the Bay Area. But as of right now, it is mainly technology driven. Facebook, YouTube, right? Instagram, which Facebook bought. Twitter, Uber, Apple, right? They all call the Silicon Valley or the San Francisco Bay Area home. And I'm sure they all love music. But the people that they are moving in, especially like Cisco, which is a computer company, right? I believe, and all these other ones, they're moving in a lot of foreigners, a lot of immigrants from India and Asia, right? China and India. So they're coming in and they're moving in like crazy. So I'm just like, shit. I mean, what am I going to do? This is the Bay Area. This is where I was born and raised, where there was once a beautiful, thriving music scene. But I don't know if that is going to be anymore. That's fine. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to go around there and be like, hey, listen to my music, please, please. I don't give a fuck. Nobody else gives a fuck. So what it is like, do it to the best of your abilities. Have faith, right? Quote unquote faith, and just fucking go for it, man. And don't look back in the rear view mirror. That's why it's smaller and the windshield is big, so you can look forward. Don't look back, and just keep fucking going. Keep fucking going. Keep striving. Keep going. Don't stop at whatever it is. If you're a professional video game player, whatever it is, just do it to the best of your capabilities without giving a F-U-C-K to anyone who is going to hate on you for that. You know what I mean? So, it's tough, man. It's very, very tough because the competition for housing, the competition for jobs, the competition for wages, the competition for driving on the road, man, just to get on, to get into a lane sometimes. You're like, what the fuck is really going on? And you look, and most of the people are definitely going to their tech company jobs, and it can get pretty wild, right?
In this brain, I take 2 steps forward, then 5 steps back. It seems no telling what your future might bring. Letting my goals and my dreams slip away. Letting my goals and my dreams slip away. Slip away, slip away. letting my goals and my dreams slip up. Wait, why can't I do it? What's holding me back? Is it fear? Is it more than that? I gotta find the facts, cause the longer that I wait, less the chance that I'll make it. Speak the real shit, cause most of you just fake it. Me, never that. I stay wearing all black. No labels, no fables, and you'll never ever see me act.
Stay wearing all black, no labels, no fables, you'll never ever see me act. You know what I mean? But basically, you know, as a rock band, as a rock drummer in a rock band, right? It's so fucking fun when you're playing a show and then the people are watching and they're like, what? They don't know what to categorize you as. So they're trying to think. And when we played up in Spokane, Washington, you have these guys that are like in their mid-40s and they're sitting there and they're buzzed, right? They're a little drunk and they're just like, you know, and they're trying to take everything in and trying to decipher what our band sounds like. And they're like, you guys are like The Who mixed with Primus, mixed with, there's like 4 or 5 different things that they were saying, and they were pretty drunk, right? Pretty buzzed. And then we're just sitting there and we're like, cool, man, you know, and in our hearts and in our minds, we don't really want to be categorized or compared, really. No band does. No rapper or anybody does. Like Action Bronson. That fool sounds identical to Ghostface Killah in a tone delivery sense. And I can't deny it. You cannot deny it. So, as a rock band, you know, that's the worst thing, to be like, you guys sound exactly like Nickelback. Or you guys sound exactly like Metallica. Unless you want to sound exactly like Metallica. But if you're a band that's trying to like come up with your own style, which we are not trying to come up with our own style, but it's just, we all have so many different influences that it just sounds different, right? And when people, those 2 gentlemen in Washington State, Spokane, were like, what do we say? Because, like, usually they'll get a punk band and be like, oh, man, you guys sound like DRI, or you guys sound like the Misfits. But for us, they were like, wait a minute, hold on, man. Hold on. You, as a drummer, they came up to me and they're like, you have so much control, but a loose style, but it's still controlled. It's like jazzy, but fast, and I'm just like, thanks, man, because I just, you know, I have a bunch of different styles, and then I'm like, you know, these guys, the guitar players, go talk to them, because they influence me to do all this crazy stuff on the drums, because they're doing crazy stuff on their guitars. So I'm passing on the love to them. I'm like, cool, thank you for complimenting my drums. Now go compliment Casey, who sang that song and played guitar on there. And go thank Art on bass and Dave, who sings on the other songs. So it's a collaborative effort, and all of us each equally put the different parts in there. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put good drums or be creative behind stuff that doesn't inspire me. And when they're playing the guitars and their stuff, that's how it starts. I'm just sitting back as a drummer. I'm just drinking a beer, chilling. Next thing you know, they're just like having sex on guitar with each other. I'm just like, and then it starts to come together from nothing, right? So there's just complete dead silence, and then all of a sudden, a couple notes start here, a couple bass lines start there, and then it starts to grow. Okay? artists. So, as far as the music scene in the Bay Area goes, don't get fooled. Yeah, it's the fucking tech hub of the United States, the Silicon Valley. We'll see how long that lasts. There was a gentleman that is a real estate investor, and he was asked by a viewer or a subscriber on YouTube. He was asked, what do you think about San Jose in particular for real estate when the medium home price right now is like 1.1 million and above? And he said, it's not a good place to be an investor because your ROI, your return on investment is not going to be high because you're going to be spending a lot more money, and the rent is not going to cover the house necessarily, not yet, unless there's there's deals out there and there's foreclosures and all that stuff. But even if the house is like $600,000 and you want to put down like 30%, that's a lot of money. So he said to invest, do not invest right now. And he said he's traveled to Athens, Greece, or whatever, and Italy, and all these other countries that Rome, all these areas and countries that were once the top. They were like, oh, welcome to Rome. Yeah, back in BC or whatever, this was the capital of the world for wheat or harvesting goods or trade, gold, whatever. And he said that pretty much any place you go to, Detroit, Michigan, they even say too, they're like, yep, back in the day, this was the place to live. This was the place that had all the jobs to work as at the Ford or Chrysler, whatever the hell it was, GM, to work on cars. But he said, look, now it is not. Everybody left. You can pick up houses hella cheap there. So he said, no, not to be pessimistic, but you never know. And Silicon Valley, aka Santa Clara, Sunnyvale, Palo Alto, San Jose, they might take a dive bomb. And if that ever does happen, I fortunately would not be saddened by that. I would be very, I'd see a lot of opportunity. Okay, I'd see a lot of opportunity, and I'd be sitting back with an imaginary cigar and being like, all right, let's go to work, because this is where I was born and raised. I've seen a lot of shit here. I've seen a lot of people come in. I've seen some people leave. I've seen family leave. If I do want to keep this place my home, if something does happen, I'll wait and see. And if the opportunity opens up, I'm going to jump on it. So the music out here, you got rock, you got a lot of rap. There's a lot of rap out here, but there's good rock too. And in the band that I'm in, we make some good music that's original. We don't do any fucking covers yet, We might do a Deftones cover and maybe some other covers, but yep, that's it, buddy. Signing out. Peace.